In the furry community, you can be anyone. You're welcome to be whoever you desire. You can be an alien, you can be from Earth, you can be from the medieval times, the Victorian times, you can be from the future.
What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Foxen. I also go by Lillian Fox, the Queen of Foxes. This is her look. And I am from Michigan.
Did you grow up in Grand Rapids?
No, I did not. I grew up in a very tiny town in southern Michigan. I actually started off in northern Michigan, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, we moved to Michigan, the magic capital of the world, and that's where most of my beginning good and also nightmares have happened. Some of the best and the worst parts of my life.
All in the magic capital of the world.
Yeah, it's a interesting place. I love the magicians that go there every year. They're worth it.
And you're part of the furry community.
Yes, I am. I have been a part of it for about nearly 20 years now. I've started when I was actually, I've been wearing a tail since I've been 5. I put on a foxtail at a Renaissance fair, and that is when I never went back. I've been a fox ever since then. I have went through several tails, but this is my current set. It's a red fox set. I just wanted something more natural. My main character, though, she's actually what I wish I could be. I would love to have a fursuit of her. She's my dream. My friend made this for me. It's kind of what she is. She's a yellow fox. She's actually an 8-foot alien fox who's a guardian. She's a queen of an alien planet. Not for royalty or worshipping. She just is there to make sure people are safe, and she's a guardian. It's a really deep into that perspective. Is that okay if I go with that? All right. Basically, with growing up undiagnosed autistic, I've always felt like an alien because everyone expects, because I don't look autistic, people say. So they expected me to be a certain type of personality. And when I opened my mouth, it would always bum them out because I was more of a nerdy, geeky, tomboy, out in the country kind of girl. I was nothing like the... what's that called? High maintenance. What's that called again? I don't know. The people that are just like all high, like I can't think of the word.
Kind of preppy.
Preppy. I couldn't think of that word. Yeah, I've never been able to be that. I gotta pause for a second. My brain just died.
You're good. Take your time.
Too many thoughts happened at once. Where was I?
You were talking about wearing a tail at around 5?
Yeah, and from there, and around like 13, 14, I was told about the furry community. And that is where it all started for me. Basically watching my grandmother be obsessed about Siamese cats, I learned that it's okay to be obsessed about an animal. At a young age, it's okay to be that way. I've also am a Taoist, so I believe interacting with your inner child is very healthy for yourself. I believe that as long as you are doing what you inside feel the most that your little self wants you to do as an adult, that you've always wanted to do as a little kid but you never could do, I feel like that's the healthiest thing you can do for yourself in a healing perspective. And I feel all of us need to do that sometimes, because so many of us in the world forget to get in touch with that side of ourselves, and then we wonder why our mental health is in decline. And it's really important to pay attention to this kind of side of yourself. And, maybe if you just want to hang out in the house and be a boring person, that's fine too. You don't have to be eccentric just to live. That's not the beauty of life. But yeah, so I became obsessed with foxes. I met people at the Renaissance fair, and they told me about furries. I'm like, what are furries? I'm like, what? I thought they said fairies at first. I'm like, okay, I like the fae. I'm a fae, yeah. And then I learned it was furries. I went home and I pulled up a video on Rainforest. Rainforest is an old furry convention that is no longer around. But let me tell you, when I saw the Fursuit parade, I started crying because I love animals. Like, it's just such a freeing thing, and people don't understand when you actually. It's hard to explain, but
I can see you're very passionate about it.
It's because as a kid, I wanted to grow up and be a zoologist and stuff. I was passionate about helping nature and helping, like, I love animals and being like, just, I can't explain it. Why do I want to do this? There's no reason why I want to do this. I want to do this because I want to do this because you only have one life. Well, we don't know, but point is, just live your one life that you have now because you have something to do in this life. And I grew up in a cult. That's why I cry. It's because I had to be a certain way constantly. I have a brother who screams at me that I'm not myself. I have blacklisted him from my life. He constantly tries to force me in being someone that I have never been. I'm not that person that my family's seen me as. And it's just like, I am with this wonderful partner now. He's amazing. He pushes me. He wants me to get a fursuit of Foxen, and that's where my tears come from, because being my fursona would be the greatest way to escape in a healthy way from myself. I have never learned how to properly escape out of, like, I had to eat, breathe, live everything Jesus Christ growing up. It was hard. I've heard things from Harry Potter being real spells. Our church would terrorize us young teens with videos of the end times and Armageddon and stuff. They would make us watch videos about it, and it would give me serious PTSD that even today that I still struggle with. And I'm not against Christians. I'm actually all for letting them be themselves and just live happily. But when it's weaponized and it's been used in a way that's just for more of just a controlling thing of your kid and stuff, like, that's when it gets hard. I never had a personality. I never had myself growing up. I didn't know who I was. I wasn't allowed to explore. I wanted to try being goth or something. My mom's like, oh, they wear black nail polish because they wanted to pretend to be dead. And I'm like, okay, so what? But I don't think that's true. But I've heard so much stuff, gross things. My mom tried so hard to get me away from it. And she actually at some point realized she can't control me. She kicked me out and made me homeless.
Oh, wow.
Several times. Growing up as a child, she would kick me out and send me to my father's after terrorizing me. We had no idea I was autistic. Most young women from my generation were very difficult to diagnose in autism. I'm the animal, loud singing autistic girl. I might get my eccentricness from being bipolar as well. I actually think my bipolar is kind of a gift because it gives me the courage to dress as myself. And like I said, I have a partner. When I found the fandom, it introduced to me a side of me that just blossomed. Like, I actually had a healthy way to escape. I started drawing. I started getting into digital art, traditional art. And that's where my path of becoming a lifelong artist started. I tried making fursuits, but these hands are not made for fursuits. I've created really terrifying things that my friend destroyed. I'm not allowed to have fursuits made by me. I would love one by LLM. They used to go up by Lizard Loves Mustache, but LLM costumes. They are amazing. Their costumes have like the perfect expression. In the 20 years of being a furry, I can tell you I've not saw a more expression like giving perfect hair on a fursuit. The hair on a fursuit, I love it. Because my first fursona, her hair's down to her hips. It's gonna be long. But yeah, that's my dream. It's gonna be around $4,000 to $5,000. Excuse me, $4,000 to $6,500 dollars.
Wow.
Yep, they're high quality. I understand a lot of people go for low quality first, but I really just want my dream Foxen fursuit so bad. I've dreamt of her for over almost 20 years now. I dream of just being able to put on her yellow sleeves, her brown sleeves and yellow bodysuit and brown feet and her beautiful yellow fur head. And I'll show you like my favorite picture, like I don't know if you can see.
I'll blow it up on the
Yeah, just do that. But yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Foxen. She is where I get my name Foxen from. She is basically me, but made into someone who is more healthier without the autism, without the bipolar. That's why she's a queen to take care of people, because with autism, it's really hard for me to talk to people. I can't connect with people. It's just way too difficult. I never sit on the phone and talk with people. I'm never on the phone. My friends and my family who I've made connections with in the furry fandom, who I've been friends with for almost 20 years now, several of them, Greg, Roy, Helene, Tima, Zachary, just so many of them, and they've been in my life, and they've been my true family members, and I don't have to talk to them like a normal people talk to each other. I can just say a couple words to them, and they love me, and they're always there for me, and they're some of the best people for me, and they've been there for me when I've needed people. And it's just, I can't talk to normal people. I don't know why. It's just, being maybe sheltered, and then going through some really terrible situations that made me be afraid of people, pull away. I've been bullied a lot since I've been a kid. I've been a weirdo, so everyone wants to bully the weirdo. I've been the artsy kid. That's what I am. I'm an artist. I see myself as an artist. Oh boy, like, through my 21st birthday, my ex-boyfriend went to a Mississippi base and left me back with his roommate and his roommate's sister, and I was terrified to leave the room. I'm 5'10", and I went down to 90 pounds at that time. I couldn't eat. I was so scared there, and my stepfather finally died from cancer. I had to go back to Michigan because I was on Virginia Beach. And as I was trying to get out and trying to get back to home, they stole my car. They stole my belongings. They stole everything from me. They told my ex I was cheating on him, but I was with my friend Gregory, and he is not into me. He's more into men. He was my hero. Gregory saved my life. Him and his mom took me in, and they got me a ticket back home to Colin and got me out of that situation.
Take your time.
So,
sounds like Gregory's a pretty special person.
He's my whale brother. He's a whale. Zachary's a wolf. Helena is a fox or a dragon. And there's Scott. He's a fox. I can't believe I almost forgot about him. And there's just so many people in my life. Roy's a red panda. Like, these people have just been with me forever, and I've never had to explain. They've seen me through terrible situations, and they never judge me for losing my mind, because that's what stress does to you when you're in bad situations. And through everything, I could always return to the furry fandom, and everyone just was happy to see me. My friends online, I have so many more people, furry friends online, and I have new friends now that I made into the local fandom. I just made friends with I'm going to go out for the first time to a furry meet for my first time. I'm really scared of going alone and meeting people, but I'm going to make those steps and try to meet the other people out there and try to make friends, because I need friends. At least in real life. I have friends all over online. It's just real life. I lack friends because I'm just too scared to make friends.
It's a big step to put yourself out there.
Finding out I was autistic was the best thing in my life, and it freed me. And it's like, you know what? I can be this person I always knew I was inside. And autism just set me free. It just all made sense, and it just made all my thoughts and all my worries and everything fighting in my head just go to peace. And I lived in silence since then. I haven't had any doubts about myself. I mean, I have doubts like a normal human. We all do, but
Not about yourself.
no. And if I do, my friends won't let me have them. They won't let me have them at all.
Can we rewind just a little bit to when you first discovered the furry community?
Yeah, sorry.
Did you? No, you're good. You're good. Did you? What was like your first fursona? What was your first like? You grabbed the phone so quick.
Yep, she was. Where are you, girl? I got it right here.
I'll put it on the screen as well.
Yeah,
you can show.
I can show you too.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, this is actually Jasmine. Her first name was Nixon, but it was stolen. She was stolen. I retired her after that because it just was bringing me bad memories. Just the idea of just something, just I felt not vandalized. What's the word? Violated. Every time I looked at her, I just felt violated. Someone stole her. Someone just made issues with her, and it was just an ugly time that was like my entrance to the furry fandom, and I was going to walk away at first because it was like, why would someone steal my artwork and want to pretend to be me and stuff? And it actually happens a lot on Facebook and all over. A lot of furries are having their artwork stolen and people pretending to be them. It's a regular scam. So many people pretend to be nice on there, and it's sorry, I'm derailing.
No, you're good. It's very much an identity, and when somebody pretends to be you, I mean.
Yep. I've made sure to really get Foxen out there, and people know that she's who she is. So if someone did steal her, I can know instantly.
When did Foxen come around?
About 11 years ago in February.
Oh, wow.
I was sitting in my room. I turned on the black lights. I put on some house trance music at the time because that's what I was into. I'm a metalhead now. I'm back to metal, but at the time I was into that stuff. And I laid on my bed and I chose a color palette that was most, I felt like to me, like I just really had to feel myself. Like, what would I be if I was a color palette? And yellow, green, brown, and red. I love green to death. Yellow has been a constant color in my life as well. There's many reasons why that yellow's there. And also, I just come from a very different family. I feel like because she's also like me and shows off her goth style a lot of times. Her background, where it's just, she's very different from the rest of the world, being kind of born in a cult stuff. I felt like yellow was more fitting as well because it just made her a little more different. And then later on, she went from a ranger, D&D, Dungeons and Dragons ranger, and then I turned her into a warrior guardian because, like I said, I have my autism. I just wanted to connect with people. I wanted to take care of people. I want to make sure people are safe. I really passionately love people. My father was a firefighter. I grew up assisting the community all over Sherwood, Fire Safety Day in Coldwater and Kalamazoo. Like, we've done those too. I was in parades. I was always helping people in the community with him. So it's just in me to just want to help people. And it's just, I made her into a guardian before that reason, and she just became the person I want to become. And the day I can wear her as a fursuit is going to be, it's going to be a dream come true. That's like my dream. I can't wait to be Foxen. She's going to free me from a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be able to be out in the community more, and I can actually be involved with a lot more furry stuff. And actually maybe go to and quit being scared of going to conventions. I'm trying, and she's my answer, and I'm hoping someday I can get her. Anyways. So basically, basically, the furry fandom freed me because I've learned that it's not just the furry fandom. You have My Little Pony. You have here. Do you mind if I grab those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, it went from anything: Pokemon, Digimon, All Dogs Go to Heaven, even like the older generations like Looney Tunes and Scooby Doo, and just DuckTales, Duck's Tailspin, stuff like that, Chip and Dale. Just growing up, being a furry means anything. You can be a fan of anything. Like, I collected these from my childhood. I remember these.
I remember those, yeah.
Yeah, and then I also have My Little Ponies that I've had since my childhood. And I love drawing My Little Ponies, and yeah.
And I've seen some Sonic the Hedgehog stuff as well. I know that's...
Yeah, we're actually trying to get the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom back alive in Michigan. A lot of people, there's a Telegram group for it. They're trying to... The Mobian, I believe it's called, part of the fandom, is died off a lot, and they're just trying to recollect everyone and get it back together. So if anyone's a fan of Sonic and wants to make a Sonic character, look on Telegram for it, because they're in Michigan and stuff. And yeah, and it's anything. It's a freeing thing. You just use your imagination just nonstop. Like, my story for Foxen is sci-fi and fantasy. She actually has 4 sets of arms to fight off the worst of the perpetrators, who actually mean more harm than anything. Like, the really strong, the really bad guy, she shoots magic out of her hands too, and she also is really strong and can really deal a good punch. But I can't do that in real life. Yeah. But yeah, it's freeing, and the thing is, the one thing I love about the fandom is that we are cringy. We all know we're cringy. Some of us hate the fact that we're cringy, but then we'll go and still be cringy ourselves. It's like, no matter what, it's just a circle of, it's just be okay to be yourself. Don't be afraid of what people are thinking. It's just, the fandom is just about entertaining your inner child and letting go of just, I don't want to say reality, but enhancing reality into making it into like just a lot of people don't know, but the furry fandom, we want to make it into like a family safe place, because it's not just adults, it's also children who come in here as well. And a lot of Therians who believe that they're animals in their past life also are part of the furry fandom. They believe they're animals in the past life. So furries are cosplayers. We basically like to dress up, but we don't believe we're animals. We're just, that's Therian. And then you have animalism and zoology. I can't pronounce that properly. It's basically 2 different things. They are the worship of animals and all living things. So that's another branch that you'll find in furry fandom too, or you'll find those who believe that. So furry is just a mix of different backgrounds, different beliefs, different everything. Like, you got millionaires who you never see their faces. They just see their like $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 fursuits that they get on, and it's just the most amazing thing. And that's all you see on their Instagrams. You don't actually see themselves, and you see their cars. They're really nice cars. I don't know what it is about furries, but furries have really nice cars. I am amazed. And it's excuse me. I'm gonna get back into the center here. And it's just like, you can be, furry is anyone. Furry is everywhere. Furry is, people hide it so well. Like, you don't know who is a furry. Like, I don't mean to scare you here, but your boss might go home and be a cheetah. So, and the cool thing is, a lot of the science breakthroughs are from furries too. If you actually look up a lot of the recent science breakthroughs of our time, a lot of, I know, a cheetah actually created one of the I don't know what it's one of the medications recently that helped a lot of people. He actually invented that and helped invent that. So
Oh wow.
yep. There's that. Furries have raised over thousands and thousands of dollars for donations for animal shelters and charities and things like that. Like I said, we're just trying to make it a safe, fun place. And like any community, you're going to get a different set of people. So you really have to find the set of people that work for you. And when you find those set of people, you really do feel the community, and it really is a wonderful place. And it's fantastic because, you just got to find your right, little box of people, because you'll find millions of different kinds of furries. They're out there, and it's amazing how big we really are. I've been, like I said, a part of it for 20 years, and I've saw the furry fandom go from breaking through from the 1980s small little conventions to being over thousands of people going to Anthrocon and other conventions like that. And like I said, you have that fursuit on. Nobody knows who you are. You can go there and just be yourself, and nobody needs to know who you are. That's all you. And you can also get fans put in your heads so you can stay cool too, because those things are hot. But no, I can't afford a fursuit yet. Like I said, I just never been in the right place for it. I am too responsible. I would love one. But I do have this. My friend gifted me this set. So this is my way of just like cutting out for a little bit and just cosplaying for a little bit and just entertaining the inner child, because life is stressful being an adult and the world is stressful, and you got to find a way to let it out and vent it out, and in a healthy way, because it's going to eat you alive if you don't. And when you find that healthy way, it makes a huge difference.
And what I found about the furry community is that there's a lot of love and support going on. There's not bullying within most communities, I would say. There has been bullying issues, but we deal with it really fast, and we tend to we don't like the bullying. It's not really a welcome thing there, but it's a community, so you're going to get all sorts of walks of life. And like I said, you just got to find your walk of life with people, because it's just like the real world. It is the real world, It's just we're all in cosplay. We're just people just cosplaying. Having fun.
Yes,
being
and
yourself.
It is a wonderful place to get into, because, like I said, when you find your friends, it is so much fun. I've been a furry for 20 years. Like I said, I found my friends, I found my place, and I don't want to leave the furry fandom. Like, you can throw whatever you want at me, but I'm not leaving. I'm staying. I'm sold on it. I'm going to be that crazy fox lady when I'm older.
I love it. Have you had the opportunity to interact with the animal fox?
I have not yet. I've saw them before at a rescue, but I never was able to see it because I was sleeping in a little fox ball.
Oh.
It's a little Arctic fox. But I would love to see a fox. I love foxes. Foxes are amazing. When I was a kid, I used to watch the kits, the baby foxes, play on the side of this hill. And it was just the cutest thing. And growing up watching Inuyasha and stuff like that, I've always liked the fox characters, Shippo, and the fox is just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm cheesy and I'm a redhead, like an auburn redhead, darker shade red, but
kind of that kitsune thing.
Yeah, I prefer more of the my favorite actual mythological fox creature is the I keep wanting to say it's not the Kumail. It's Korean, and she is a beautiful woman who takes shape as a human, and she will lure men in, and then in moonlight and stuff, they'll show their beautiful fox tails, several of them, and they'll eat your liver.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I just thought that's actually really cool. That's metal. That's metal.
Speaking of metal, you're a metal vocalist.
Yes, I am. This is what a metal vocalist looks like, and I do death metal and black metal, of course. Go figure. And
how'd you get into that?
The story is, my mom went through menopause and I was going through my teenage years, so we used to get into screaming matches and my voice would crack from screaming, and that taught me how to metal scream. And I actually, my mom and I want to say, are on good terms. We kind of we have to laugh at the past, menopause and everything going wrong, and my stepfather's cancer going wrong too at that time too. It was just so much on us, and but no, I met my boyfriend Roger, and he's like, you should go out there and do some metal singing, because I mentioned to him I like Arch Enemy, Angela Gasso, and he said you should try that. So I'm like, oh, I maybe can, and I got on stage, and the only song they had, of course, was Bodies by Drowning Pool. So I did Bodies by Drowning Pool, and that's where it all started for me. And now I have 2 music videos, and I'm on 1 album, black metal album. And I'm looking to get more gigs and stuff in the future for that as well. I know maybe not dressed up as a fox, but I'm definitely, metal is also a place that saved me. But honestly, if you tell me the community I feel safest the most in is the furry community. I'm part of the goth, the metal, and all that, but the furry community just makes me always have felt the safest and always have allowed me to be the most vulnerable. And
is there a lot of intersection between the metal community and the furry community?
Like I said, the furry community is anybody and everybody. You're going to find metal furries, you're going to find preppy furries, you're going to find retro furries, you're going to find futuristic fantasy, horror. There's a lot of horror fantasy furries. Sci-fi, like this guy. This is the Protagon, or known as the Toasters of the fandom. They're really cool mask in the fandom. They glow and stuff in the fursuits. Little beans. Yeah. Also, I am another part is I'm a gray muzzle. And that basically means I'm over 30. Oh, I told my age. And after you reach, I believe, 50, you become a white muzzle. And this is furry lingo, just ways just to politely tell our ages. And but there's a lot more people younger, but it seems like since the early 2000s, a lot of the younger generations grown up who are now older have stayed in the fandom. So the fandom's a lot larger, and there's even more younger generations pushing in. And like I said, they're starting out as Therians, and then they're exploring furry fandom more and getting into that as well. And it's just like, it's a really freeing just concept. And when you just turn off that thing in your head that's like tells you that people are caring about what you do and you just don't care anymore, that's when you ultimately are free, and you can achieve that. It's possible. It's hard some days, but other days it's really freeing and it's really good.
Do you have a message for newer people coming into the furry community, like expectations or tips or anything?
Well, definitely, this is kind of difficult. You might have to cut it.
I imagine being open-minded would be part of it.
Yeah, what was I going to say there? Oh, it's, we just want to make it like just a family-friendly, safe place to be. And on top of that, there's, you got to make sure if you're in the younger generation, please stick with your age group. Just have fun. Just be a kid and just let your mind just go. And if you're like, if you're an adult, it's a great way to, like I said, just have a healthier mind. And in this world, we suffer from a lot of anxiety and depression. I feel if we are able to break from that box
it'll help the anxiety and depression immensely, and you will be able to find yourself a lot stronger. And like I said, nobody needs to know you're into this. It's your time, it's your life. Just do what you want to do when no one's looking and when the cameras are off you. Just be you. And if you want to go out and share the interest, do that too. Like, I want to see more adult furries out there and having so much fun in the streets. I want to see more furries in the streets of the world. I love seeing furries when I'm out and about. I would love to see people just being themselves and being like, I'm going to wear a tail today. You know, if you want to do that, go for it. Like, I don't want you to hold back. It's not good for you. As someone who grew up in a cult, don't hold back. It will make so much more harder for you. It is better just to admit that, hey, I've got cringe like everyone else. I'm going to go embrace it. And no one needs to know. Just be free.
It probably feels a little bit better to be a little awkward than to try to hide who you really are.
Yeah. It's, like I said, I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm going to be cheesy. It's just how I grew up. I'm like I said, I also did LARP for a while.
Oh.
Renaissance and LARP too. So I grew up in a very cheesy upbringing in the Renaissance community. So the thing is, that's the one thing I like about the Renaissance community too. Like, it's also kind of goes with the furry community, and it's about being free and just being yourself and being your character. And that's like, you know, if you want to be human, join the Renaissance fair. If you want to be like, you can still be a dragon in fantasy in the Renaissance fair too. And if you want to be like a fantasy creature and like another creature of a different kind, be a furry. Like, furry just doesn't have to be an animal. It can be anything, just a different creature, a persona, but we call fursona. And yeah, it's just, they're great communities to be a part of.
Do you remember a time when you were feeling very accepted by the community?
I think very recently. I had a really bad incident with someone who was recently kicked out of their position because I'm autistic, like I've mentioned, and it's really hard for me to communicate, and I can't understand people sometimes, and they don't understand me, and it just feels like I'm a kid again and they're an adult, and that whole barrier, you know, is there. And they bullied me. They really did. And that made me hurt. I went to my friends. I didn't talk about the situation. I just went to my friends and just said, guys, I've just been bullied really badly by this admin, and I'm just trying to figure stuff out. It's just...
Take your time.
And I went to them about it without having to talk too much about it, because I don't like talking about drama. I don't like dragging it on. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I just want to... I'll take care of it myself, cutting it where it is. And I don't have to explain myself to these people. I don't have to say anything to these people. And they embrace me and they still love me. I can be... What's that called again? I can be as little information as I can be, and they still will hold on to me and hug me and tell me it's going to be okay. And I truly have a family, because each one of them have played a huge part in my life, and I would not be here today, because I'm a suicide victim as well. I would not be here today because they've really made me feel like I have a family, because having families are difficult. And they don't seem difficult. So that's the one thing. I can just breathe, and they just understand me. And that's like the best part.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So this is Archer. I made his tail. I made little feathery ends here, as you can see, because feathers break easily. So he is a galactic dragon. I love him to death. He is a black death metal vocalist from the 1980s. He came here from a meteorite. And the best part is about him is that I love him to death. I'll show you what I mean. Like inside, this was what a fursuit looks like inside. You can put it on.
Oh, cool.
Yep, so as you can see, there's a strap inside, and there's all the tidbits and everything. I just want to... Well, it's hard to put it on with this hairstyle. There we go. But yeah, so this is Archer. And
Oh, wow, it moves with your mouth. Oh,
yep.
very cool.
And I got him for just to cheer myself up. A little birthday gift. Good couple years ago at that. He's basically my metal side. I have a Sona just for that. And do you mind if I metal growl?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. There's my background music. Okay. Perfect metal music. All right. Yeah. Stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, and like, all for one for all. We are strong. We are one.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's how I imagine him. He's the big, like the Ninja Turtles cool guy, but he sings like that and seems scary, but he isn't. He's actually a big, huge sweetheart. And I love this because I love the attention I get when I wear him. And he's like my beginner fursuit. But like I said, I hope someday to have Foxen. She is my dream. I've been waiting for 20 years. And I'm still not close enough for her, but it's been my dream. And yeah, and basically, this will make it easier to talk in.
Yeah.
Basically,
You got warm pretty quick in that thing.
not warm at all.
Oh.
It's just, I wanted to make sure it was easier for you to hear me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And, yeah, no, it was my entrance to realizing I would do really good. One time I was wearing him out, though, I want to mention some things that happened. Things people don't realize. I was out with some friends, and we were just hanging out, my two guy friends and I, and we were walking around. And basically...
Cute.
Okay, come on. Basically, I was walking around with my two guy friends, and we were just hanging out in our fursuits, just chilling out. Really fun time with them. And these kids come up to us, and they just start asking, do you guys have sex in that? Except they're more vulgar. And they just keep following us around, asking us to each other.
Oh, wow.
And they would not stop. And it was a really hard time. And at the same time, there was a lot of slurs given to my guy friends because everyone's like, why would a man be into that? And these men would just attack them and just like attack their masculinity over it. And it's like, what is wrong with it? Like, why is masculinity threatened over a costume? Like, when I was growing up, my dad had me in costumes with masks and everything. My dad's my freeing side. My dad's the reason why I was able to be free in times of my life where I couldn't be free. My dad was not married to my mom. My dad took me to Ren fairs. My dad took me to things my mom didn't want me to do. So he got me into that, wearing masks and everything, and costuming and Halloween, and I love that stuff. And I never once saw it as any attack to masculinity at all. And I feel like if you're coming up to a cosplayer or a fursuiter at that in public, I feel like they're just people underneath that. Yes, they look silly or something, but why does the silliness have to affect you, that you have to like bother someone's peaceful, fun time so much to bring attention to yourself, so that way you can just make a moment negative? Like, why is that a thing? Like, why do we want to do that? And it's like, if you the thing about fursuiters is we're just people. And like people, you know, you want to ask first if you can hug them. Don't just walk up hugging. Always ask, because someone might have spatial issues. And because fursuiters are people, like I said, they're going to have all sorts of different things going on. So you want to ask, and I'll definitely ask for pictures if you know, because it's just a polite thing to do. And they might actually get you hooked up with some really cool photo Instagrams too of theirs and everything, and you can like follow them. It's really neat. And it's just it like fursuiters, from what I understand, are like some of the best people also to be around kids too. They're very uplifting. They're not rude. They've from what I understand, it's just a whole time for the family that really just brings happiness to everyone. And it's just like, oh, look at this. It's a dog, or it's a cat, or it's a dragon, or, you know, it's like, what is this? And then they'll tell you all about it in the story, and you'll learn something new to that day. And yeah, it's just, how do I explain it? Like an expressive self. It's kind of like just our culture. It's who we are as furries, you know, it's just what we do. And
kids tend to embrace more of that imagination.
Yeah, and it's like we need to embrace that too as adults, as I mentioned. And that's why it's like so friendly, is because we are embracing the inner child, and that's why it's such a fun experience for everybody. And that's what's important.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's one part of the rumors kind of circulating the furry community that you would like to clear up if you could?
Oh boy. Let's see, there's quite a few. I wish people would understand. I'm asexual. I wish people would understand that most of us aim to be family oriented. Like, you know, cheerleaders, librarians. It's not my thing. Like I said, being asexual, I'm there romantically, but I'm not there sexually, and it's just like gross to me that my character would be involved with that, and it feels like violation to my character. I don't want that to happen. Like, because we're adults, why does it have to be an adult time constantly? Why can't we just be innocent? What's wrong with just being innocent and not involving any of that? Like, why does that have to be on someone's mind? Can we just like have fun and be innocent without negativity of any sort?
You mean like the over-sexualization of the furry community?
Yeah, it's like it's not like, from what I understand, the furries I've been around, we just make like images. We just hire people to make images of us drinking coffee, or us hanging out with friends, us listening to music, us drawing, us putting on stylish clothes, just anything that's just regular day. That's just what we hire artists to do for us. And it's just reliving daily life, and that's just our escape. And a lot of people don't understand that we just want to just be family fun and just innocent, and just keep our minds clear and clean, and just be like a Disney show, because why not? Disney is like, I'm not saying Disney itself, but Disney, the shows that they put on, like Goof Troop and stuff. Why not? That's like an awesome world. Why don't you want to like pretend a little bit to live in that if you have some free time? Like, come on, you're adults, pretend.
Yeah,
I know. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's very possible.
That's all that is imagination.
Oh yeah, and Fate. That's a really good game too.
Do you see a lot of the furry community kind of getting into those tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons, Baldur's Gate and stuff? Yes,
they a huge geek part in the furry fandom as well. And yes, there's sport people in the furry fandom too. But there's a huge geek movement. There's a lot of furries that get together and do board night games. It's something that we do at Fur Meets as well. And also we love bowling for some odd reason. Oh. Furries love bowling. So we do bowl meets, just meet up in a bowling place and hang out. And yeah, it's just, like I said, we just want to make it a friendly, fun time. Just a positive time. Like, I don't understand why it just can't be that way. Like,
I think it could be if people could open their minds up a little more.
yeah, it'd be nice. Because that's all the furry fandom I have ever known is just that. Is it's just been a family place for me. I feel safe. Like in the contrary, I've had to put out bewares in the metal community because I've been threatened to be raped by a guy.
Oh, wow.
And when I was a kid, the head of the Michigan goth scene would creep on me when I was a teenager. I joined a local goth site, and I used to get called jailbait a lot. And
That's rotten.
that was me growing up as a teenager and trying to find myself into different places. But when I was in the furry fandom, that's never happened, and no one's ever did that to me. And I never felt like, I'm like, I can't, like, I feel like I can turn my back on someone and they're not going to stare at me like I'm at my butt or anything. It's just people there are real, and they're safe. I've never felt safer in any other community in the world. And it, like I said, it's just, the furry fandom is a good place to be. It really is. And, it's just, a lot of people don't realize that. That's why it's like, why people are so open about their cringiness and stuff. It's just a safe place to be. And like I said, everyone's cringy. Like you come back home, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Like, oh, look, you did a cringe moment. Like, you're going to be cringy no matter what. So might as well just have the cringe in control.
I think everyone's a little cringy. I think just some people are good at hiding it, and some people just don't care to hide it.
Yeah. Yep. Cringe in control.
What's one thing about the furry community that you'd like more people to understand?
That in the furry community, you can be anyone. You're welcome to be whoever you desire. You can be an alien, you can be from Earth, you can be from the medieval times, the Victorian times, you can be from the future. You can just be yourself today as a tiger wearing a scarf, walking in a park with orange leaves, and just have that beautifully painted. Like the artwork that the furry fandom puts out, the artist is amazing. Some of the artwork goes from $5 to $500. Like the artists there are incredible. And I've massively it's just a very positive community for artists, for people, for families, for even the disabled crowd. Like I have a lot of friends in there. It's very positive for them. It's uplifting. It's positive, very positive place for LGBTQ plus community. I can't say all of that. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But yeah, it's just a safe place to be. And like, I don't feel snobbed for being asexual there either. Like no one snobs me about like, oh, well, you're not normal. That's not normal to not feel that way. It's like, okay.
There's a lot of people that are asexual.
There's more than what we realize.
Oh, yeah. Well, this has been a very enlightening interview.
Well, thank you.
Any last thoughts before we wrap up?
I think the best thing is just if you want to, just to any parents out there like mine when I was growing up, if you want to get your kid involved into something safe and something that you can keep an eye on and, just be creative with. It's just full creativity with them. I think the furry fandom is good not just for your kids, but also for you to both explore something together and really open up, like as a family, like something really unique. And because everybody loves Bluey, so
oh yeah, great show.
Yeah, you have adults and kids, so it's like just quit trying to hold into like trying to fit in to be not cringe, because you're gonna cringe no matter what. And I know furries cringe. We all know that. But that's just being real. And that's what I love about it. And, in the furry fandom, just be yourself. Just be who you want to be. Don't hold back. I apologize. I don't know what else to say.
I think that was really great.
Okay. Thank you.
If people want to connect with you, how can they find you?
I am on Instagram. I am the Queen of Fox's official return. Let me pull that up. Where's my phone?
I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, please do. Check the link. I'm just the Queen of Foxes on there, and I also go by Lillian_M_Fox. That's my modeling account. I'm starting to turn my modeling more into a fox thing as well. I'd like to get more into as a fox model with ears and tail and just bring that into fashion. I think there's so much potential there to add to different animal ears and tails and things. And I want to really show the world that being furry is not a crime and it's no attack to anyone's ego. Just let people be.
I think that's a great way to wrap.
Thank you.
Thank you again for the interview. This has been great.
Thank you.